All right, folks, you're gonna love this story right here because I did when I heard about it. See, my next guest captured the hearts of 25 million people after photos of their engagement went viral. Now, giving hope to many that it's never too late to find true love. So here to share their secret to a happy marriage and finding love at any age, please welcome newlyweds Lucinda Myers and Murphy Wilson. Murphy, you look pretty happy on that sign, man. How did you meet your beautiful wife?
My first wife passed, and so I was at church, and I couldn't find a seat on the main floor. So I sat in the balcony, and it was about a year or two, but I kept noticing this woman right here. And the first thing I saw was her hair. And then she turned around one time, and she smiled, and I was like, whoa.
Come on now.
Whoa.
Come on, Murphy.
Yeah. But I was kind of holding back because I said, well, I'm not ready, but I couldn't take my eyes off it. That went on for a year and a half. During our services, they give the people, the congregation, an opportunity to greet each other. And we would do that, and I was checking out. I started checking. In fact, when I was looking at her hair, I was thinking, I wonder if that's really hers. So yeah. A couple of times when we would greet each other, and I was saying, oh, it's good to see you here at church. So once I figured out that was good.
Hold up, Murphy. Murphy, hold up, man. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, praise the Lord. God is good.
Yeah.
But let me interject something in here. Before that, he was looking at me for a whole year and a half before he even had the nerve to say anything.
I'm scared.
And I knew about it because...
You scared, man?
I'm scared.
I knew about it because a friend of mine was sitting a few rows in back of me, and she says, you know, you have a secret admirer up here on this balcony. I'm like, who, where? And so she said, Murphy Wilson. I said, Murphy Wilson? I said, well, he hasn't said anything to me. I said, well, we'll see how long this is gonna last. Because I just sat there and waited, and I never looked his way. I said, I'm gonna see how long.
You better. You better. Girl, listen to me. Y'all young people, pay attention. This is game.
Yeah, but wait. Let me tell you how she did that, too.
Come on.
She knew I was looking.
Yeah,
and
they
she
always
would sit there,
do.
and
I
she
knew he
kind
was looking.
She turned just a little way like that, and just when I thought I'd see the smile.
Trap.
That's right. And
Man.
so then he said to me one day, we were greeting each other at church. He said, oh, you look awful nice today.
I got my
And
nerve
I
up.
said,
Come on, Murphy.
what did you say?
No.
I was in
she
shock
said,
because...
I thought she was trying to fight me. She said, what you say? I said, you look nice today.
I was in shock because he hadn't said anything. So he took me by surprise when he finally said, you look really nice today. I wasn't expecting that.
So, Murphy, after you walked up to her and you told her you look nice, when'd you ask her out?
Well, I'm slow. That's it. I'm slow. Just moving real cautious.
Well, you know, Murphy, you hadn't been in the game in a long time.
A long time.
So, you know. Okay.
But anyway, we got to a point where I hadn't been to church for a couple of weeks, and we were doing that greeting thing again. And we were standing in front of each other, and everybody was, you know, shaking hands and giving the Christian hugs, you know, happy Sabbath and all that kind of stuff.
You was tired of that, wasn't you?
Well...
You got tired of all that Christian hugging. Come on, Murphy.
Well, it's funny you would say that.
I know
I was
what.
standing there, and so, you know, I said, well, happy Sabbath and stuff, and my hand went kind of like on her waist right there, and she kind of moved a little closer, and I said, well, good to see you this Sabbath, happy Sabbath. And somehow I kind of pulled her a little bit, and she pulled back, and...
Hey.
Wait.
Hey, now, you already know now.
Right.
This ain't the version they done heard at the church. So what happened
But
then?
before that happened, We were greeting, and I hadn't seen him in a few weeks. So when we started greeting, I said to him, because he had made the first move already, so I said, okay, I can make the second one.
Yeah.
So I said, where have you been with that pretty smile?
Girl, you better go ahead. Boy, this game right here. Y'all need to get your papers out, your iPhone. This is game. Where you been with that pretty smile? How long after the first date did y'all get engaged?
A month and a half.
Month and a half.
About that.
About a month and a half after that?
We knew.
Yeah, well, y'all grown.
We knew. I mean, everything, it was like, everything just came together.
Now, your engagement photos went viral.
Yeah.
Then your wedding photos went viral.
We just trying to get married.
That's all.
What is it about your story that people connect with?
Well, most people tell us that we give them hope, that if we can do it, then they have hope that it can happen for them too.
Yeah. Let me tell you all a fact. These two were married to other people for a combined total of 70 years. 70 years. Okay, so now you not only get what it's like to be newlyweds, but you also understand what it takes to have a successful marriage.
Right.
True, that's true.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break. But Lucinda and Murphy, they're gonna be sticking around with us, and they're gonna take questions from the audience. Got some people who got some questions for them, and who better to answer? Stick around, we'll be right back. Off the air, I was talking to Murphy, and he said, man, the biggest truth you ever told was, when a man wants you, he'll do anything. So he was telling me this story. So she lived in an apartment, and a lot of the church members lived in that same apartment. So they wanted to keep their relationship a secret till they found out where they was going. So what happened?
Well, the first time I went, you know, of course, she was already there. So I said, I'll call you when I get to the parking lot. And I called her. She said, okay, let me check the hall. So she checked the hall. She said, okay, come now, come now. So I jump out the car, and I start running across the parking lot. Well, that in itself is kind of sad. I'm 70 years old at the time. So I called myself running. I don't know if I really was running, but I still had her on the phone. She said, oh, no, go back. Somebody's coming. So I run around. I go back to the car. I jump in the car, and I slide down so nobody will see me. This person comes out. I get back up. She said, come now. I jump out the car again. I head again. Then I see somebody, and I turn around and run back. And I said, I'm going to see this woman. I don't care who's coming out, but it kept happening. And finally, I got in. By the time I got in, Steve, it took me about 20 minutes before I could say, hey, girlfriend, how you doing?
Perfect. You done wore yourself out.
I was spent.
See, this is how it works. A lot of stuff gonna go out of style. Love ain't finna go out of style.
Right.
Love is here to stay, partner.
Right.
It's here to stay. So that's it. So let's get to the question. First up, where's Jessica and Matthew?
Hi. So we've been looking at engagement rings, which has us talking about our wedding. I've never been married before. Matt's been married before. So he kind of wants to keep it low-key. I've never been married before, so I want, you know, the whole shebang.
And I know the stress of the day and the expenses, so I'm leaning towards wanting to have a more intimate experience.
Well, I say, happy wife, happy life.
The wedding day, in all honesty, it's about the bride.
Come on, man.
At that particular moment, you, my friend, are an accessory.
You
So
just
just-
a dude standing up there.
Right. So just be the best accessory you can. Give it a wedding.
Yeah. And let me tell you something, man. It's the day of her dreams. A lot of women, since they were little girls, have been dreaming of their wedding day. I don't care what she wants. It's her day. Ain't no dude nowhere been dreaming of his wedding day. When you and your boys been coming out the gym talking about, man, I just want some candles. Man, you ever thought about having doves on your way? You want some doves too?
That ain't happening.
It is not what we do, man. No. Give her her day.
She'll get it. She'll get it.
Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
My man say, we got it, she's having it. All right, where's Lisa and Reginald?
I'm Lisa, this is my husband, Reggie. 4 years ago, we decided to get married, and we were both married once previously. We also have kids from those marriages. I have a 17-year-old son, and I have a 9-year-old daughter. What can we do to blend our family without tension on our marriage?
Well, it's our 17-year-old son, right? He's a good kid, but like most teenagers, he has some disciplinary issues. Let me just say it that way. I'm trying to teach him to be a responsible adult. And sometimes I feel like he can be defensive or maybe resentful because I'm not his real father. If there's an issue where he feels like maybe he can get it over on his mom, but me being a man, I kind of see through things. So I have to correct that, you know?
So you've been married how long?
We've been married for 4 years. It'll be 5 on Valentine's Day.
Okay, so he was 13, 12 when you all got married?
Yes.
Okay, that's a funny year for guys. That's when they're at that age where they say, well, why do I have to take out the garbage? Why can't somebody else take out the garbage?
Right.
That's the first thing. The second thing is that I get the feeling that you all don't always agree on how to handle this fella.
Well, he's, you know, I always like to say yes to him.
You always like to say yes to it.
Not always. I know. Well, what I meant was,
Yeah, I know what you meant, but we heard what you said.
I say yes to him, but I can also say no to him. I can be.
Another thing is that you all are going to have to come together with whatever you all decide for him.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I think you all need to get on the same page.
Okay, let me jump in here. Marjorie and I have a blended family. Jason, who is her biological son, when I came into Jason's life, he was 14. I've been with this boy 13 years. I had the exact same dynamic. First thing we did was we eliminated the term step. Here's what Marjorie and I did. Marjorie is in charge of the girls, I'm in charge of the boys. When the boys want something, they gotta come to me. When the girls want something, they go to Marjorie. Because she know the game that girls got, and I know all the games the boys got. You can't be easy with them boys, I'm sorry. They got to get disciplined. If you don't discipline the boy, the state will.
All right, thank you.
Hey, we want to thank both of our couples today. But I got to tell you something. How about a big hand for Lucinda and Murphy for being here today? Hey, you made it to the end of this video. I got a lot more that you're going to enjoy, so just click to watch the next one. And make sure you subscribe to always know what's happening.